Morning, everyone. If you were here a second ago, I had a bit of a technical glitch and it all just dropped out. So I'm back now. Okay, so your body is holographic. There are different parts of your body that actually reflect your body in its entirety. So one of those things is the soles of your feet, which is what reflexology is based on. We then have iridology, where your eye, your iris, reflects what's going on in your body. Palms. Now I'm not talking about palm readers, but you know, that's a small aspect of it. Different lines. The lines on your left hand, yes, this is my left hand. The lines on your left hand are different to the lines on your right hand, and there's a reason for that. Ears. Here's the one that always gets me, right? So if you look at your ear, and if you imagine that your ear is a baby in utero, so the head, then going up to the spine, through the legs, and then all of the internal organs. There's an awesome little app that you can get that's free that actually tells you what all the different acupoints. Hi Nicole, hi Victoria. What all the little acupoints in the ear are. Now I'm a big fan of this one because my body speaks to me all the time through my ears. That's kind of funny really, isn't it? I have little flare-ups of what I've referred to as eczema in the past, but it's not. It's basically my body telling me that something is not quite going right in my body. So I get little blister type things in my ear at different points, and guaranteed every time I go and look up what the point is, and it tells me which organ in my body is going a bit skew-if. Guaranteed it's right every single time. It's calmed down quite a lot now because I am a lot more careful with what I put into my body and what my body will react to. So that's what I mean by having a holographic body. And our bodies tell us so much. It's just incredible. Posture. So those of you who are old enough to remember Alan Pease, who was the body language expert from I think it was like the 80s. Yes, I still have some very old big shoulder pads, and you can tell I'm still a fan of the big hair. So partly what I'm talking about is that the body language type thing, but even posture. So if you have sway back, that's indicative of an aspect of your personality. If you are hunched over, that's indicative of a part of your personality. These are ways that your body tells you every single day what's going on inside from an emotional perspective. Even toes. Yes, your toes, corns, bunions. They all mean something. Now, to the uninitiated, let's call it that, to be polite, you know, most people will go, oh, it's because of, you know, I wear these particular kinds of shoes, or it's because of this, or it's because of that. Okay, that could be a contributing factor. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and your body is telling you something. Your body is trying to communicate with you. So my body's been very much communicating with me, as you can tell. I mentioned that I'd had a head cold a couple of weeks ago, and then I got a head cold again Tuesday last week, which very quickly turned into a very mild chest infection. Now, hi Charmaine, nice to have you join us. I have been, and I think as everyone, as you continue to develop and grow, and you start letting go of the things that have held you back, things from your past that no longer serve their purpose. Because remember, that's what we're all about here. We're about letting go of stuff that no longer serves its purpose so that we can actually become our authentic selves. But part of that process, which I think I myself have underestimated, and I think that a lot of people do underestimate, is the grieving aspect of this. So I'm just going to get some water because it's getting a bit dry. Which also brings me to another point. Things like chakras, right? Throat chakra, heart chakra. You know, all of these things, whether you believe in them or not, they are ways that your body is communicating. Okay, so as I said, I kind of developed this really mild chest infection, which I tried to, I did have to take medication for it because I'm not stupid, right? If I've got an infection, I've got to do what's got to be done. But last night, the coughing, hi Jackie, the coughing got completely out of control. And it was just insane, truly insane. So I'm feeling a bit wrecked today, to be honest. But here's the thing. So yesterday afternoon, I took an essential oil bath, and I used oil specifically for purging the lungs. Because I thought, okay, there's still some stuff in there, need to get it out. Well, didn't that just work a little bit too well? Because I coughed for the rest of, like, pretty much the evening onwards. Now, what I want to, as I was alluding to, when we're talking about lungs in particular, to try and share with you a little bit about what I mean when your body's communicating with you. I'm going to go to my big book of everything from kinesiology. I'm going to read you some of the emotions associated around lungs. Not forgetting that lungs, obviously the functional purpose of lungs is breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Life-giving. Oxygen comes in. You expel carbon dioxide, right? You bring in the good, you expel the bad. Now, I've been expelling a lot of bad in my life lately. A lot of stuff that I no longer want in my life to make room for the stuff I do want in my life. So, here's a little bit about lungs. Grief, sadness, regret, value, loss of spirit, disconnection from spirit, separation, and reverence, just to name a few. If you were watching a few days ago, I touched on a couple of the other things within the 5 element system of traditional Chinese medicine. And guys, I share this information for you to perhaps allow you the opportunity to look at things from a different perspective. You know, your health, your general health and well-being is not only a reflection of what you put in your mouth and what you consume, but it's a reflection of how you feel. It's a reflection of your emotions. It's a reflection of your psychological state. Yeah? So just take a look at your bodies a little bit differently, you know? Are your feet nice and firmly planted on the ground? I have hammer toes. My toes go like this. Now, I always used to say that was because I had such a big foot when I was growing up. I still do, obviously. I was like size 10.5 or something. And I used to try and squeeze into all the pointy shoes in the 80s. Gosh, I'm referred to the 80s twice today. And because I thought, okay, well, that's why, because I've always tried to squeeze my toes in. The psychological aspect of that is I was trying to cope. For so many years, my toes were just clinging on for dear life. I was clinging on for dear life. Yeah, the congestion, Nicole, it's just vaporized to get it all out. You know, be careful you don't do too much of it like I did yesterday. Made for a bit of a painful evening. Yeah, so guys, I'm not going to go on too much more about, how things have affected me, but I do explain these things to you or share these things to you to give you an idea of what to potentially look for in your own lives, right? So if you have eczema, it could actually be a reflection of not just what you're eating, but depending on where it appears on your body, is a reflection of, an emotional aspect that you're going through. It could be, if it's related to organ function. Hi Derek. We have relied so much on Western medicine for such a long time. And I think that we forget that Eastern medicine and traditional medicine and, indigenous medicine has been around for thousands upon thousands of years before conventional medicine came into play. And I never, ever, ever say, you know, give up the doctors or, you know, give up traditional medicine. Sorry, modern medicine. But I also don't like to see people completely discount the ideas and the concepts and the very real results that can be achieved through the traditional methods. So, again, this week's focus is all on perspective. So there's another perspective, a different way to look at your body, a different way to look at your overall health, a different way to think about what your body's trying to tell you. Okay, now my body is trying to tell me that I need to go and rest. So I will, and I will keep you guys. Hello, Marissa. I will see you guys again tomorrow, and I'll be putting a bit of stuff up on the page today. And just a reminder that if you are interested in the 90-day program, touch base. Let's see if it can work for you. Have a great day, guys. I'm going back to bed for a little bit because I've been up since 2:30. Yes, I have. Time for 9-9 for Adele. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.